Hi singers. When you begin singing, the first thing you need to do is get your body engaged, and we can do that through physical warm-ups. And when you hear the word warm-up, I want you to think about the muscles in your body literally getting warmer. We begin with a bounce on the feet and do all of these for 5 to 10 seconds or longer if you need. And then move to the hands. I like to shake the water off of my hands. And then pat your face, help you wake up, become more alert. Then I like to twist at the waist. And then I like to do an arm pull. Hold it while the tension in your upper back dissipates. Switch arms. Next, we do shoulder rolls. This is one of my favorite exercises, and you will see me do this in rehearsal because midway through rehearsal, I'll notice that I'm slumping over, and this just helps me remember to stand up correctly and to keep the upper part of my body relaxed. Then, I like to massage this part of my body. Right here, these muscles. This is where I carry a lot of my tension, and I've noticed that when these muscles are really tense, I tend to sing with vocal tension, and we want to resist that. Next, we move to the 6 areas of relaxation. This was a method founded by Blaire McClosky, who founded his own voice institute. It begins with the face. You take the pads of your fingers and gently massage your face from your forehead down. Then move to the tongue. And what you want to do is you want your jaw to feel slack, and your tongue is going to come out of your mouth, and I want you to let it feel like it's a water balloon filling up. Then when it has reached its fullness, allow it to slip back into the mouth comfortably and easily and rest on the floor of your mouth. So let's do it together. And you want that tongue to feel nice and fat when it's extended. Now take your 2 thumbs, put them right here under your chin, and you'll feel some muscles there when you swallow. We call them swallowing muscles. And alternate back and forth with your thumbs, just pushing those up and in a little bit. Good. Now while you're here, this one is a trick for me. You want to grab your jaw with your forefinger and your thumbs on both sides, and you want to let the jaw relax so much that you can control it with your hands. You want to open it and close it several times. Great. Now, larynx. Go to your larynx. It's easy for males to find because we have an Adam's apple, but women, you can certainly find it by speaking and figuring out exactly where that vibration is coming from. You want to gently just move this side to side. Do not push it so far that you begin hearing clicking, and above all, do not hurt yourself. This just gets those muscles relaxed. And lastly, in the 6 areas of relaxation is the head. What you want to do is you want to drop your head to your chin touch your chest, and then rotate to one side, back to center, other side, back to center, and as you raise your head, you want it to come to rest where it is most balanced on top of your body. Now let's move to posture. So you are your instrument, and if you don't have your instrument in good shape, you will use your muscles inefficiently, which will lead you eventually to vocal fatigue. So we want to feel very grounded, so we begin with our feet. They need to be shoulders width apart. I like to have I'm right hand dominant. I like to have my right foot back a little bit. It gives me a nice sense of security because I can step off very easily like that, and I just feel pretty solid there. Moving up to your knees, you've all heard, don't lock your knees. Don't lock your knees. You want to have a sense of buoyancy or bounce in there. Now move up to your hips. You want your hips in line with your legs. You don't want to shove one side out and have that hip cocked out. Now, moving up the body to your chest. Your breastbone needs to be at a slight angle. You ought to feel like something is suspending you from the center of your chest, elevating you. Now, your chin. Your chin needs to be level with the floor or slightly tilted below. What singers will sometimes do, especially when they're singing high, is they begin to crane their neck. So you don't want it too high and you don't want it too low. I want you to think for a moment about a garden hose. If you take a garden hose and you do that and crimp it, it cuts off the flow of water. Well, the same is true about your airflow for your voice. Too high or too low, it's like crimping that. So you want to find this really nice relaxed place where it's slightly below. Also, just so you know, when you go to sing high and you begin doing that, you begin tensing the very muscles that need to be relaxed for you to sing high. Now, let's move up to the jaw. The jaw needs to feel loose and relaxed and open. I kind of like the idea of thinking about when I've had Novocaine in my mouth that everything just feels kind of loose and sloppy, and that kind of freedom is what we're striving for. The tongue needs to lay on the floor of the mouth, and the soft palate needs to be raised. And you can find your soft palate by tracing the top of your mouth with your tongue. Past those ridges, you come to that nice fleshy part. That needs to be elevated. And basically, you're forming a resonating chamber in your mouth. Imagine for a second the feeling of a yawn. Do you feel how your tongue is down and your soft palate is raised? That should become your default for singing, that type of space. Unfortunately, people tend to drop the soft palate and they raise the tongue, and when they do, they impede the airflow. And when you impede the airflow, you begin to use your muscles inefficiently, and again, it will lead to vocal fatigue. Now, let's go to your eyes. Your eyes are the windows to your soul, and if you sing with dead eyes, nobody wants to watch you, okay? You're boring. So you want to look alert. Your eyes need to have a sparkle to them. You need to try to convey the message of the text through your eyes. Also, you may have heard people say, raise your eyebrows, especially people are singing out of tune. Well, it does help, but not only does raising your eyebrows help you think higher, it gives you a better appearance often. You look more engaged. Last thing we need to talk about, hands and arms. So one of the main reasons we do good posture is to maximize the capacity of our lungs so that we can fill up when we need to. Anything we do that puts pressure against our chest will reduce the overall capacity of our lungs. So you want to keep space around here. Nothing behind your back, nothing across your chest. Don't rest your music on your chest. If you don't have music, your hands should rest comfortably at your side. If you are holding music, it needs to be out away from your body. I like the idea of aiming the crease of your music right to the director so that you can look at your music and look at the director. What most singers do is they sing like this, and every now and again look at the director, and that's just bad. Don't do that. You have noticed probably professional singers singing with their hands out in front of their body. Well, they're doing that for this very reason, to maximize this sense of space. And with that, you're ready to do some vocal warm-ups.